I am back with some record-breaking box office numbers. Let's jump on. First, our Spidey Boys picture, which is breaking all the records. It's already making a profit, although its production and marketing budget is around $300 million. It just crushed the opening records of other Marvel films, even Endgame. Well, at least for a few days. Yeah, internationally it grossed $572 million in just 5 days, because it was released on July 29th in China, the UK, and some other countries. China alone grossed $121 million. Now, in its home market, its opening was about $169 million, so its domestic weekend total is about $355 million. It has now grossed $927 million worldwide, so at this point, this film is the biggest opening film of 2026. If it doesn't drop or crash by more than 60% over the next few days, it will hopefully surpass No Way Home's total box office collection. To do that, it needs almost another $1 billion. Next is Matt Damon's film, The Odyssey, which is now making a profit, although its production and marketing budget is around $375 million. It is almost breaking the records of Nolan's previous films, like Oppenheimer. It has grossed $140 million from IMAX alone, making it one of the fastest films to reach that milestone in IMAX. Whatever, Avatar grossed $270 million from IMAX. Its global opening weekend was huge. In just 3 days, it grossed $264 million worldwide, which is bigger than The Dark Knight Rises. Meanwhile, its domestic opening weekend was around $123 million. Now, 17 days have passed since its release. Its domestic gross is now around $395 million, a milestone that took Oppenheimer 595 days to reach. Without a China release, its worldwide gross is around $911 million. If it doesn't drop by more than 50% during its mid-run, it will become the biggest film of Nolan's career. Now, another big hit from Pixar is Toy Story 5. It is their most expensive film because its combined production and marketing cost is around $400 million. Quite a gamble. Whatever, the film is making a profit now. Its domestic opening weekend was $159 million, and its global opening weekend reached around $312 million, which is bigger than Toy Story 4. Now, 45 days have passed since its release. Its domestic gross is around $461 million, a milestone that took Toy Story 168 days to reach. Its worldwide gross is around $1.065 billion, while the previous film also earned about the same amount over its entire theatrical run. Now, we can see that its daily collection has dropped below $2 million, so it's almost impossible for it to beat Zootopia 2's box office total, because that film earned $1.8 billion. That's a crazy amount. I brought that up because they came from the same parent company. Next, Universal Pictures presents Minions and Monsters. Its production budget is around $85 million, while its marketing budget is undisclosed. Whatever, the film is now making a profit because its worldwide gross is around $449 million. However, it is nowhere near the performance of its predecessor, whose opening was several times bigger. Minions: The Rise of Gru grossed around $940 million worldwide, while Despicable Me 4 earned around $980 million, although they belong to different franchises. After 33 days, Minions and Monsters has grossed around $168 million domestically and about $281 million internationally. Since its daily box office has now dropped below $2 million, it is fair to say that the film could still cross $700 million in the long run, provided it doesn't suddenly crash. Next is the Harry Dwayne Johnson film, Moana. Its combined production and marketing budget is more than $300 million, but it has collected only $261 million worldwide. That's really bad because the original Moana earned more than that in the domestic market alone. That means it is a box office bomb. After 24 days, it has grossed $114 million domestically and $146 million internationally. If we compare the daily domestic box office of the original Moana with the Harry Rocks Moana, the ratio is fairly similar because back in 2016, Moana was not a well-known franchise. So it's fair to say that even if the Harry Rocks Moana stays in theaters for another 200 days, it still won't cross $600 million for sure. From North America, we have Young Washington. Its combined production and marketing budget is around $30 million. It has grossed around $46 million, so technically we can't call it a failed theatrical release. That's because all of its box office revenue has come from the domestic market, as it was never released internationally. Its opening weekend was around $19 million, but after that, it crashed. Now, its daily box office collection is below $500,000, and the number of theaters showing it has also decreased, so crossing the $50 million mark is no longer possible. Next, Warner Bros. Presents Evil Dead Burn. Its production budget is around $20 million, while its marketing budget has not been revealed. So if we only consider the $20 million production budget, the film is already making a profit, as it has grossed around $66 million worldwide. However, it is nowhere near the performance of its predecessor. Evil Dead Rise grossed around $67 million domestically alone, which is a huge gap. Meanwhile, the new film has now spent 23 days in theaters. It has grossed around $31 million domestically and about $34 million internationally. Its daily domestic box office has now dropped well below $1 million, so it's impossible for the film to reach $100 million by the end of its full theatrical run. Next, A24 presents The Invite. Its production budget is around $6 million, but if we include distribution rights and other costs, its total budget is around $12 million. The film is now making a profit, as it has grossed around $38 million worldwide. However, it was given a very limited release at first, and then it received a wide release a few days later. Its domestic opening weekend was $379,000. After 38 days, it has grossed around $22 million domestically and $15.7 million internationally. By the end of its full theatrical run, it should finish somewhere around the $50 million mark, wherever it's not the best theater-given film from A24. Next, Reacher presents Motor City. Its production budget is around $30 million, but it has grossed only $2.4 million worldwide, making it a box office bomb. However, the film received a very limited release with almost no marketing. It had a very weak box office performance from the very beginning, as its daily collection never came close to $1 million. Its domestic opening weekend was around $1.6 million. After 7 days, it has grossed around $2.2 million domestically and about $133,000 internationally. Reaching $5 million will be difficult because its daily domestic box office has now dropped below $200,000.